guys, what happened in the last day in crypto is even better than you could ever imagine. The last 2 days, Trump on Saturday imposed a trade war or started a trade war on Mexico, Canada, two of its strongest partners in trade. And he came out with tariffs. Okay, he came out with tariffs, 20%, 10% on China, and so on. The tariffs are for especially Mexico now on hold, and it seems like all the other tariffs are on hold also for China and so on for another month. So very, very bullish. But let's get into the market, talk about what to do right now, how to mitigate the future markets, and especially how many losses did we actually really have? Was it good? Was it bad? Could we have prevented that? Let's go into this together and talk about the markets because they are definitely hot and very, very interesting right now. So first of all, what is very important over here is in 50min crypto, we especially talked a lot about what happened the last couple of days. Okay, so first of all, let's go over some of the news so you better understand what happened the last days. Many people are probably completely confused. They're like, what happened, right? I uploaded a crypto video or crypto update on Friday, I think it was, pretty bullish, and then Saturday the tariff of Trump hit basically. Okay, so as you can see here, Bloomberg is saying, how stupid is this trade war? Let me count the ways. Then the initial news came up on Saturday night about these tariffs. Trump is pretty well known as a president for these tariffs, which is good because at the end of the day, it's a lot of volatility for the markets. Okay, so reason for the dump. We covered yesterday how I was expected further dump due to the tariff wars between US, Mexico, and Canada, right? That came out Saturday. And how the last time Trump imposed tariffs, we had a huge drop. That played out today. Now, the silver lining, Trump is having a meeting with Canada and Mexico soon. So he had that today and said they're going to postpone these tariffs for 1 month from now. So that's very bullish right now. That's why the market is reacting how it's reacting. Then very, very important, there are times when you bid and when there's max fear, right? And that's right now. So we bid when there's max fear, when there's blood on the streets, okay? Billions in liquidations that we had yesterday, so the last 2 days, especially now with market opening yesterday, basically today. Now we could still have a further bleed for a few days before a reversal higher. That already with the Trump news is done, right? We're already very positive. It's perfectly normal after liquidation events, which we skipped, but Trump comes to agreement tomorrow, which he did, right? We will bounce back immediately, and that's what we're saying, okay? Never invest everything at once, okay? That's obviously for everyone. I had some minus, yes, I got liquidated on some positions, but I still trade with very, very good risk management, so it doesn't matter. I just re-entered all of the positions today again, and about these positions we're gonna talk. But never at once. But it would definitely start DCAing at these levels. Okay, so buying, ignoring the noise, and strictly look at the data, focus on which coins are showing strength and where the attention is flowing. And that's what we're going to talk about now, because some coins showed very strong price action, was keeping very stable, or they kept very stable even though we had this big drop, right? Most memes got dragged, but a lot of majors have shown incredible strength. Hype, for example, SPX 6900, for example, XRP, for example, SUI, for example, right? Some of these ones I'll be monitoring, and then obviously we will update people here in the premium channel for 50min crypto. Also, after the tariffs came out and the announcement, which came kind of like out of nowhere, and then also on first day orders, Trump did not put his new crypto ideas that he spoke about into motion, even though he said it will be first day orders. And then obviously the meme coin of Trump, which then with Melania's coin took a lot of liquidity out of the market, was a little bit unstable. But without this event, we would have had probably bearish moves like we talked about, bullish moves like we talked about before, okay? So before even that, that was yesterday, we told everyone here in 50min crypto to be very, very careful how it's going to impact the Dixie, the dollar index, okay? And obviously we already started to pump out a lot of trades that are highly in profit now. As you can see here, buy, okay? So there's a lot of trades that came in today just because at the end of the day, markets look perfectly fine, okay? So let's go into the markets together. Let's start with BTC. So as we said in the before video, right? And I always base it on the last video, right? On the last update. We are still here in range. We kept positive, right? We dropped into this bearish finishing sequence with C target. We dropped through the buying zone, which we talked about, but we had this very bearish move. So with the SK system, we really knew where at the end of the day C target, so this bearish move is gonna go, and it perfectly hit that, right? For that, we use Fibonacci extensions. And as you can see over here, high, correction low, then B correction, and then you have this C target over here, which we perfectly hit, as you can see. Okay, so the good thing is that we are still in range, everything is positive, we are currently in a buy. Bitcoin looks very strong now for new buys, and you need to understand that most people are not interested in buying price here, but once there's big liquidation, drops, bear traps, correction, dips, whatever you want to call it, that's why people always say buy the dip when there's fear, right, out of these fundamental events, and only fundamental events, only Trump can cause this liquidity, which normally at the volatility, which is very positive, especially for traders, not so much for investors, because you have these very high volatile markets, like very big spikes, you know. So at the end of the day, I still think spot wise, nothing changed. We still have all our spot positions. They're running well. Some of them are in profit again, right? Some of them are a little bit in minus. We're going to talk about the ones that kept profit, even though we had this big correction, which is very positive, right? So all in all positive. The only negative that we had is you might have gotten liquidated on some of the positions, as I got liquidated in some of my positions, or not liquidated, but stop loss hit basically, okay? Some of the positions remain open. So out of 11 positions, we still have 4 positions that are still running. All the other ones hit stop loss, which is okay because we are trading with good risk management, which is obviously important. And now we re-entered them today, and again we're going to show them. Now the thing I'm trying to explain here is that you need to understand, for price to go up, we need buyers, correct? So for price to go up, we need people to buy here, buy, right? So the thing is, price in crypto and in the markets was very fair priced, right? It was just in the middle. These sideways trends show us that, you know. But to really get out of this range, right, we need a lot of the people in markets say, okay, now it's done. You know, we had this fundamental thing. Markets corrected heavily. There's nothing else now to get it cheaper, you know. So now big investors, whales, institution, funds, and so on, they say, perfect, I want to buy here, but I don't want to buy here. And I wanted one event, a big event, as we just had the Trump tariffs hitting, right? I want this event to see, okay, what are the lowest levels, and it got bought up pretty fast again. And that's very positive. So we remain in a very bullish market. We remain with the same ideas, the same concepts, the same trades, the same theories, the same entries as before. They didn't change. So Bitcoin is the only one that I entered newly because we really had this shakeout over here. Perfectly followed market structure, very beautiful, and still very bullish up to the 130K as always, right? Then let's speak about Ethereum. Ethereum's still, again, something that same way had this bearish sequence, drop into its correction level, which I would have not thought without this event that this would happen, right? I would have thought, okay, we stay from here, we stay a little bit in a sideways trend. If nothing happens, people are just going to be bored and say, okay, there is no lower prices, let's drop the money. And you need to understand from a perspective of someone that has millions and billions, right? They will wait for these kind of events. And if they don't wait and nothing happens over time, they will say, okay, dude, we are bullish enough, this is the price that we are getting, let's get it, right? And then the market pumps up. Very simple. So also here we had a perfect move with this black sequence over here, which is our bearish sequence. We hit nearly C target. From there on, we started to buy. We have our stop loss below the Fibonacci level, which is always in between 0.786 and 822, as you can see here. And I had a tighter stop loss in Ethereum, which is okay, got stopped out, lost a little bit of money, kept good risk. So now I re-enter, and I'm going to increase my positions, obviously, after an event like this. Okay, so Ethereum buying zone, very interesting, and we really came back to this zone, which is so positive, because you need to understand, if price, as you can see, struggles all the time over here, right, doesn't come up, doesn't come down, and then drops, right, what is going to happen? Like, let me take this out, and then let's talk about this. What happens really if price comes up from such a low point over here? Okay, so in this example, if we come up from over here, right, price struggles, doesn't break the highs. Why is that? Because people don't want to buy here, right? When do people want to buy? Here. Why are people buying a lot now? Because we had this very fundamental drop, which is at the end of the day positive for the market. Yes, we predicted it wrong in the last one, which is one maybe one or twice so far in the market that I predicted the next move, or I personally predicted the move wrong. 50 min crypto with Stefan predicted the move very, very well, right? Kept risk off, left altcoins and these kind of things. I still hold my bags, no problem. I'm mostly with my in my entry still. But at the end of the day, what is important here to understand is that it is good for the market. I'm insanely positive about that. Very, very positive about that. Also seeing how fast it gets bought back. As you can see, these wicks, these candles, right? They get bought back insanely fast. Same goes for Solana. Solana dropped into our buying zone, very positive. So especially Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, very stable price action, very good price action. We are still in buying zones. We are still in bullish correction levels. As you can see, we touched the bullish correction level over here, dropped out of it right away, are in a buy, didn't even finish C target, very bullish and very, very strong price action. And that's therefore why we're entering this position again, and we are buying more Solana, right? So I remain with what I said. I'm going to buy a lot of Ethereum. I'm going to buy a lot of Solana. And then we have AVAX. This trade we hold since a very, very long time. That's why I'm a bigger fan of swing trading, because of these large stop losses with risk off. We are still in the position. We didn't lose this position. We are heavy in drawdown so far. Price action looks okay. All easy. Not a trade that I would re-enter right now, but I'm stuck in this position, which I'm okay with. I still pretty much have a lot of bullish belief in AVAX. BNB looks very, very strong. Same here. Very strong reaction. Dropped into our correction level from here. Very positive. Candle right away out of again. Holding the bearish level and structure, which is insanely good. So also here, strong buy for BNB, giving us 119% potential on a 20% risk. Very good. Okay, we have Injective. Injective did not hit my stop loss yet. It's very close. I'm not gonna think it's gonna hit it anymore. But Injective remains pretty positive. Here the price action was a little less bullish on, basically the price action was not as stable as on the coins that we spoke before. As you can see, we dropped out of the buy zone completely, which is okay. Let's see how it comes back. But Injective, I am in a remaining position. I would not re-enter right now, just because of the situation that we are not seeing so much buybacks. Not so many people are interested in Injective. Now we really need to look for these coins as Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, BNB, where you see these strong buybacks. Okay, Jupe, we stay out for now. Then we have Link. Link, I re-entered because very strong price action. Same thing as talked about before. Now it's really about seeing these coins that reacted positively, in the sense of, I mean, all the coins reacted negatively, but how did the price action like played out, you know? And here it played out insanely positive. So I'm insanely positive about Link. And I still have a big bag. As you can see, this is my entry, right? My entry is positive. We are back in profit again. I haven't lost anything. I was in a drawdown with my spot wallet for 10%. No worries. We have very good entries, right? Because we follow a system. Now we are up again 20%. Okay, that's clean. Then we have Near, same thing over here, nearly hitting stop loss, very, very long position, holding it since a couple of months, would not re-enter right now, dropped through the buying zone, not so interesting, not so many people are buying it back, so these one remain more on the not so interesting side. Okay, then we have Ondo, very, very positive, strong buyback, very strong buyback. So I love when these things happen, because now we can really resort our list over here and mark down the coins that are really showing strong buybacks, go positive again, drop into a buying zone, very, very positive, right? Injective, therefore, as you can see the difference, right? We come back down, as you can see here. We were somewhere over here. Then the Trump tariffs hit, bam, we have this drop, right? It instantly gets bought back up to the buying zone again. And then if you now compare it to, for example, Injective, right? Completely drops through the buying zone. No strong buybacks. Yes, there's a little bit, but nothing interesting, right? So same goes for Near. Pengu, guys, I sold before the drop 2 positions, okay? Because I was a little bit, when I saw these tariffs, right? I was like, this is not going to play out well for the market, right? I remember back in the times when Trump came out with tariffs, I would have not thought that it reacted so insanely bad. But at the end of the day, again, it's positive, right? But I sold half of my position in Pengu and I sold half of my position of Trump, because they were the recently 2 ones. And yes, we are currently lost, but that's how it goes, guys. We win, we lose. The most important thing is we have good risk management, and we win more than we lose, or even if we lose more than we win, doesn't matter, because we have good risk reward, right? So Randa, yeah, also Yeah, difficult guys. Not so interested in the action anymore. Also sold a little bit of render bags before the drop. I would have wished I could have done a video because I did one on Friday, and then Saturday the news comes out, and I was like managing my portfolios and everything, so I didn't have a lot of time to speak about all of this. But yeah, render also remains on a not so interesting list, to be honest, because very weak buyback so far. Let's see how it goes. I re-entered. I still have spot wallets. So for example, for render, right? For render in my spot right now, I invested 8,000 US dollars, and I have a little bit more somewhere else. I know that. And currently I'm down 44%. Sucks, right? But it is what it is, guys. If it comes back up, no worries. If not, you know, then okay, then I lost 40% if I would sell right now, which I'm obviously not doing, right? So I'm keeping all of my positions. Sui, insanely strong, okay? So we need to put it on the more stronger side. Also insane, it perfectly drops into rebuying zone, comes back out, did not even, like, as you can see, I entered even higher than that because it went so fast into this drop, into this correction, which is very positive. And now we can even mark out a new target for Sui because we finally corrected, and I said it so many times, I'm not gonna enter Sui if it's not gonna correct. Now I entered Sui higher, and so far it looks very good, okay? Now we need to talk about Ton. Ton, same thing, more or less weaker buyback, but definitely stronger than all the other ones. So remain very positive on Ton. Then we have VeChain, right? VeChain, okay, it's okay. Drop back, right? Is getting bought back a little bit. So let's see how it goes. And then XRP is a perfect example of what I'm trying to say. I should have started with that, but that is crazy, guys. This is what we want to see. We see a drop perfectly into the rebuy zone. And now, guys, what we can do with this is we can finally mark out a new target for XRP, and that's going to be the very first time that we're going to call out this very trade here for XRP, guys. And the target for XRP now, the new one, is 6.7 US dollar per XRP. So guys, it looks insanely positive for XRP. I'm still remaining holding big bags in XRP, even though I already took a lot of profit. We talked about it last time. But this, guys, looks just fabulous, right? So I'm going to continue to hold my XRP bags, right? There is a lot of potential. Unfortunately, we missed the re-entry because it's so fast, just went up like crazy, as you can see, which is very positive. Strongest price action for a cryptocurrency that I've seen after this fundamental drop, or this caused, or basically fundamental news drop that was caused by fundamental news, which is Trump's tariffs, right? So pretty strong, guys, not gonna lie, very strong actually. Okay, so that is very positive for us. It's insanely positive for us, especially for XRP, right? So now we mark a new target for XRP as we did last time, since many years, $30. Seems like we're gonna double this one more time, guys. XRP has the potential to do that. So all eyes on XRP, guys. If you're investing spot wallets, if you have free cash, something to consider. Bitcoin, especially Ethereum, especially Solana, Link, BNB, right? AVAX had not such a good one. Let me put this a little bit below Ton. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, BNB, Link, Ondo, Sui, VeChain, Ton, list by priority, and then obviously XRP, guys. We need to be very high on XRP. XRP, insane price action, guys. Insane price action. Very bullish on it, okay? And then I still remain very bullish on Coinbase. As you can see, drop was pretty okay. We are still in profit. Not for the new positions, though. These are the new positions. As you can see here, I invested another big bag into Coinbase over here. But all easy, guys. All easy. We are in buy zone. So if you consider entering it, there's a buy zone right now. Perfect. Now let's talk about meme coins, because what I find very interesting is SPX hold also very well. So that's what I mean. So I would definitely put SPX on the list of more spot, more buying, getting more money in. I currently have about $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 in SPX, something like that. So I remain with these positions open. For C target 160%, that would be doubling our money from these entries over here. Easy, gonna hold it, or nearly doubling the money, okay, or more than doubling the money, sorry. 1.5xing the money in that sense. Okay, so SPX, guys, very bullish on it. I still stay with it. Vinecoin is a new position to open with $500. Jelly is a position to open with $500. Jelly also holds very strong. The only negative candle Jelly had was basically let me add my arrow over here. So maybe this is sick. Let me see. Yeah, that's maybe a little bit too much, but yeah, as you can see here, this is the only red candle that Jelly brought up with the drop, like the Trump tariffs. This is the reaction to it. Pretty sick in my opinion. Okay, I saw a lot of smart money guys buying Jelly and Vine, so pretty bullish on these two ones. Fartcoin also hold pretty okay, coming back strong. As you can see, we have a small back in Fartcoin, gonna hold it, double our money and get out of that. Still very, very bullish on meme coins in general, but still also very, very careful, you know. Fartcoin 86%, 21% on Jelly. And then we have 6% on Goat. We have 30% on AVB. Cookie is also something that we wanted to talk about last time, and I don't know if I did. But yeah, also pretty okay so far. But yeah, I would focus on the ones that I just said: Fartcoin, Jelly, Vine, SPX especially. Very bullish on SPX. And then summing all of this up, obviously, we have at the end of the day, again, very bullish news for the markets, which is basically Trump considering hitting EU with 10% tariffs on import goods. We need to be careful about that, especially when it comes to the euro currency, right? And then also Trump signs executive order to create sovereign wealth fund. Interesting. Nobody's out of tariffs, bro. Trump will like to speak to China within the next 24 hours once China tariffs will increase if a deal isn't reached. Okay, crazy. So he got a little bit easier on Mexico. Talked to the president, said, okay, we're gonna postpone it for 1 month. But now, yeah. And that's what I said, right? Billions of dollars of new capital were flushed into the market through the Trump coin when the hype was over. And every low IQ thought they would now invest in altcoins with leverage because it was with the quick money, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it all played together, but it's a good cool down, a good reset, and more hope for the future. And we are doing very, very strong calls. Now, one thing we need to be very careful about, again, is Dixie. Dixie is starting, wicked this up. Trump tariffs came out, wicked up insanely high. Went up very high, is already wicking. So at the end of the day, I foresee continuously, as I said, more bearish continuous drops or basically corrections until to this buying point. Therefore, some of the forex stuff is very interesting right now. And then we need to be very careful with Europe. I mean, you already see it here, and that's the problem, because now he said he will also impose tariffs on euro, and that's Trump, guys. Trump says one thing, it didn't even happen. It's just like something that he said, bam, 3% in the currency. It is insane, guys. It is really, really insane. And for the ones that are interested, we remain in our positions. AUD CAT, buy out JPY, buy Swiss franc JPY, buy Euro CAT, buy Euro Swiss franc, sell Euro dollar. I mean, we have been a big swing trade, but we're going to see what's going to happen, guys, because at the end of the day, and GU obviously did very well, now came down again. It's a little bit choppy, guys. Be very careful in forex, especially with risk and everything, and crypto too, as always. You should always be careful in general, especially in these markets now. But I think we're going to have a lot of fun in the markets in the next couple of weeks, because at the end of the day, guys, Trump is volatility. Trump is pump and dump, right? And that's fun if you know how to trade. So with that being said, guys, make sure to follow this channel. We're going to continuously report on everything, give you guys updates. And for everyone that is interested in 15 min, link is below, free and premium chat. People are insanely happy. Most of the stuff we predicted very, very well in my last crypto update. Unfortunately, I did it on a Friday, then Saturday fundamental hits. And obviously then one thing changes the whole market, especially with Trump. It is what it is. But still very bullish. We have good entries. We are mostly in profit with our spot buys. And I'm very happy about that. So with that being said, like and follow. See you in the next one, guys.